Story 17.
I'm 36 years old and I'm single, and I grew up in Australia. Now, my family is quite an interesting family. I think it's a big family compared to Hungarian families. There are 5 children, and I'm in the middle of this family. I've got 2 older brothers and 2 younger sisters. Now, my father, unfortunately, he died last year, but my father was actually German, and he had a very interesting life because, of course, he had to come into Australia and learn English and learn all about living in Australia as a migrant. Mum's background is also German, so basically you could say that I'm a German Australian or an Australian German. Mum's background is that in the 1850s, when the Catholic Church had a big fight with some of their members, there was a breakaway movement, and a lot of them came to Australia. So that's her background. I've got some interesting brothers. My oldest brother is the dean of a university in New Guinea. It's just north of Australia. You'll have to look that up on a map, I think, to find out where New Guinea is. It's very tropical, very hot, but he's enjoying it there. And he's been there for about 3 years now. And my other brother, he's working in Canberra. And, of course, Canberra is the capital of Australia. It's an interesting city. It's not so big. He's working in TV. He's making commercials. And he's got a nice little family of 2 boys. And I'm the godfather to one of the boys. Now, my sisters are both very beautiful, I'm very proud to say. And one of them is raising a little boy of 3 years old, and she has been a receptionist and a desktop publisher. There's a person who makes brochures and advertising material for companies. And, of course, my other sister, our youngest sister, is in Townsville, in the tropics of Australia. And she was a social worker, but now, of course, she's raising her family, so she is busy at home too. And she hopes to go back to work in the next few months. So that's my family. It's kind of a big family. It's a nice close family, and because Australia is so big, we kind of live very far apart from each other. And, myself, here I am in Budapest. I'm kind of learning a bit about other cultures here. It's not too easy for Australians living so far away from home, but one good thing here is that it's such a friendly city. It's so interesting. So many things to do. Yeah. So I can't really tell you too much more about my time here. I've only been here for about 9 months, but what I've seen of Budapest and Hungary is it's really great. I finished high school, and I enjoyed the high school. I made some great friends, and I still keep in touch with some of them. And at the end of high school, I had to decide what to do, and I went to Brisbane University, University of Queensland, actually it's called. It's in Brisbane. That's the capital of Queensland. And I started my science degree and studied maths and biology, some ecology also included. And didn't really like university because it was away from the coast. I was really addicted to surfing and the beach, so living away from home and living away from the beach was quite hard at first. I made some friends who were also from the coast, so we'd always comfort each other, kind of talking about surfing and how we'd love to get back down there. And after my 3-year degree, I did my Diploma of Education, and that enabled me to get into teaching, high school teaching actually, as a math science teacher. And that more or less started my my working career then. But of course, before that, I'd had casual jobs. I'd always want to earn extra money so that I could do some well, for example, run my car. My first car was an old Bomb, which is a kind of a broken down old thing, but I really loved it. I think everyone who has the first car loves their first car. So I needed some money to run the car, and I was doing things like gardening and filling up supermarket shelves at night time, and also even working in a pub, picking up glasses and picking up plates and things like that. So I think I had a good time, and I think I appreciated that you have to work to get things. You can't just get things given to you. I was working in Queensland teaching the high school kids, and I thought, well, maybe it's time that I tried something different. And I'd always wanted to work overseas as well. Now, one of the best ways to work overseas was to teach English. So I headed off and went to London, and I organised a course where they teach you how to teach English. Now, you can't just walk into a language school and teach English just because you speak English. You have to study how to teach English. So I was in London, and I organised a course that was running in Spain. So I went to Valencia. This was probably 4 years ago. And I had a really interesting month learning intensively how to teach English, and met some nice people. Of course, met the Spanish people, who are really interesting, full of life, and very, very friendly. And I really don't know how they keep their hours going, because they can party all night long, those people. But back to English. After my course, I went to Lisbon, and I was teaching English there, and it was my chance to get back to the beach. So I kind of combined things. I was living an hour outside of Lisbon on the beach in a place called Estoril. Maybe you've heard of Estoril from the car races. Well, I was living out there. I was surfing in my free time and teaching in Lisbon when I had to work. I had my first visit to Budapest, and I worked here for 4 months. And it was my introduction to Budapest, and it was my introduction to snow. Now, it might seem strange to you, because maybe if you're European you see snow all the time, but my first falling snowflakes, I can still remember them. One Friday morning, I saw this white stuff outside. I saw these flakes falling down, and I immediately grabbed my umbrella, walked outside, and started walking around in the snow. It was like something we only saw on TV. So now I'm used to snow. I still enjoy it, but that was great. After my 4 months in Budapest, I went back to Australia. I went back to my job as running a small high school in North Queensland. But being a adventurous type of person, I decided, well, I have to get back to Europe, because I really wanted to see more of Europe. And here I am. I'm back in Budapest.